On the evening of November 5th, around 7:30 p.m., a fire broke out on the famous Huotuo River Grand Bridge in Shijiazhuang City, Hebei Province, causing a stay cable to burn and collapse. Videos circulating online show the bridge, illuminated in purple at night, catching fire at the top of its main tower. Subsequently, a long stay cable breaks and falls, burning and emitting black smoke. One car stopped near the scene, while another just passed over the bridge. In another video, the fallen bridge cable is on fire, with attempts to extinguish it proving unsuccessful. The incident caused traffic congestion, forcing many vehicles to detour. The Huotuo River Grand Bridge, with a total investment of 11.5 billion yuan, $1.6 billion, was completed and opened to traffic on September 28th of this year, only 38 days before the incident. Public records indicate that the bridge is approximately 2,208 meters long, with a main tower height of 146.5 meters, representing China's first twisted cable plane single-tower cable-stayed bridge. The bridge has 10 two-way lanes, making it the widest among similar types in China. It features 31 pairs of 62 stay cables, the longest being 156 meters and weighing 10 tons, and the shortest being 103 meters long and weighing 7 tons. Notably, to achieve force balance and stability, most stay cable bridges are symmetrically arranged. Bridge design not only considers aesthetic value, structural safety, constructability, and economy, but also durability and maintainability post-construction. The Huotuo River Grand Bridge's twisted cable plane layout was inspired by traditional culture, mimicking the shape of a Chinese landscape painting scroll. The bridge tower, resembling a slowly unfolding scroll above the Huotuo River, combined with a twisted spatial cable plane, gradually unfolds layered perspectives, creating a poetic and picturesque ambiance. The bridge became a popular spot for internet celebrities and live broadcasts upon its opening. The bridge, constructed by the Second Highway Engineering Bureau of China Communications Construction Company, a wholly owned subsidiary of China State Construction Engineering Corporation, was completed in October 2022 and opened by September 28th. Its completion just before the October 1st National Day made it a typical National Day gift project. The official announcement stated that the fire and collapse of the second stay cable on the eastern half of the Huotuo River Bridge were due to a short circuit in the cable's lighting wiring near the main tower. The fire and deformation caused the cable to snap, but no casualties or vehicle damage were reported. The bridge resumed normal traffic on November 6 at midnight. The incident sparked heated debate online, with netizens questioning whether the bridge was a shoddy construction project. Comments ranged from concerns about the quality of cables and steel wires to fears about what might have happened if a vehicle had been hit. Some online comments cynically anticipated official excuses, such as blaming overloaded trucks for bridge deformation or high cable temperatures for the steel wire breakage. Another incident occurred on July 6, 2023, when a bridge on the Enguang Expressway suddenly collapsed, damaging 2 vehicles and injuring 3 people. An eyewitness, who stopped his car about 30 meters from the collapse, described the scene. "The spot where I stopped was only about 30 meters away from where the bridge collapsed. Ahead, one of the vehicles fell down and caught fire, while another was stuck on the bridge." The eyewitness described to the reporter, noting that the collapsed section of the bridge had formed a gap about 3 meters wide. The expressway, completed in December 2012, had been open for just over 10 years at the time of the accident. The accident scene at the bridge revealed significant damage. The 35-meter-tall No. 1 bridge pier, divided into an outer and an inner section, showed extensive damage. The outer section of the pier collapsed and broke into 2 parts, with clear signs of shear failure observed on the fracture surface, and the top of the pier was detached from the cap beam. The inner section of the pier also detached from the cap beam leaning toward the west, and a part of the concrete in the pier body was shattered. The 40-meter-long beam supported by the No. 1 bridge pier fell into the rock face and broke into multiple segments along the slope, while another section of the beam fell into a valley over 30 meters deep. The accident analysis report inferred that the collapse was due to recent heavy rainfall in the area, causing rockfalls along the riverbank, which then impacted the outer side of the No. 1 bridge pier, leading to its fracture and subsequent collapse of the inner pier and the bridge. Official analysis reports attributed the cause of the accident to natural factors, with rainfall causing rocks to loosen and collapse, thereby triggering the accident. However, is this truly the case? Observations from the scene suggest that the bridge pier itself appeared relatively slender with few steel reinforcements. Firstly, there was apparent cost-cutting in the construction of the bridge pier. The earthquake intensity in the area was 8 degrees, and according to the standards set forth in the seismic detail rules for highway bridges, in areas with an 8-degree earthquake intensity, 2 intercolumn tie beams should be set when designing column-type piers with a height of 31 to 40 meters. However, no transverse tie beams were set between the 2 columns of the 35-meter-tall bridge pier. Secondly, when selecting a location for a bridge, engineers should avoid dangerous rockfall areas as per bridge design standards. If it's not possible to avoid, the impact of falling rocks on tunnels, roadbeds, and bridges should be assessed to choose the route with the least impact. However, the number 1 bridge pier was situated at the bottom of a valley, near steep slopes prone to rockfall. Thirdly, standards require preventative measures for rockfall sections, either by stabilizing hazardous rocks to prevent collapse, using methods like support, anchoring, filling, patching, and drainage, or by employing passive protection systems like setting up rockfall barriers or nets. However, nothing was done for the collapsed number 6 bridge. The main reasons for the accident were not rainfall, but poor construction quality, design flaws, incorrect bridge pier location, and lack of preventative measures for rockfalls and landslides. The highway was jointly constructed by Sichuan Highway Bridge Construction Group Company Limited and China Railway Fifth Group Company Limited, the former being a large state-owned enterprise under the Sichuan provincial government, and the latter a wholly owned subsidiary of China Railway Group Limited, a central enterprise. Both companies are large state-owned enterprises with strong capabilities in technology, management, construction experience, and equipment. It is surprising that they would make such egregious mistakes in such a key project. Why do tunnels and bridges, among other structures built by China, have such poor quality? How are design, construction, and supervision monitored? We have a video analyzing the logic behind this and the inevitability of widespread shoddy construction projects available for viewing here. On August 3rd, around 8:50 a.m., a bridge on the Suiman Expressway near the 253-kilometer mark from Yudanjiang to Harbin directions suddenly collapsed. According to passers-by, less than 5 minutes after the incident, 2 vehicles fell into the collapse pit. A video captured by a vehicle's dashcam shows a white SUV speeding into the collapse pit without slowing down. Official media reported that local torrential rain washed away the bridge foundation, causing the bridge collapse. This incident, too, was attributed to natural factors and not linked to construction quality. As for other underlying factors, official media never report them, leaving the public to speculate. In China, corruption is rampant in engineering projects, with many government officials or relevant departments exploiting their authority for personal gain throughout the construction process. This includes embezzlement, misappropriation, intercepting project funds, and taking or receiving bribes from contractors. Professor He Zhengke, a renowned anti-corruption researcher from the Research Center for Chinese Politics at Peking University, conducted statistical analysis on detailed corruption cases, stating that over 10% of the project investment amount end up in the hands of corrupt officials. Bridge collapses are frequent in China, but no recent data can be found. No one openly analyzes the man-made causes behind these accidents, as it risks offending many officials, experts, and influential figures, jeopardizing future academic or career prospects. After bridge collapse incidents, government officials and experts tend to blame natural causes to deceive the public. The collapsed bridges, which need repair or reconstruction, provide more opportunities for profit. Insurance companies can also avoid compensating the public for losses caused by the accidents, resulting in a win-win situation for all involved. Authorities are willing to fund research on natural causes leading to bridge collapse, as this helps absolve those responsible for the accidents. Researchers in this field can easily apply for research funding, publish results to enhance academic reputation, and gain favor from the powerful for future development. Many are willing to engage in such beneficial endeavors. From their published articles, some clues can be gleaned about the frequency of bridge collapse incidents. In 2022, Qin Sifeng, a scholar from Dalian University, conducted a statistical analysis of Chinese bridges destroyed by floods from 2000 to 2019. According to her statistics, at least 151 bridge destruction incidents occurred during these 19 years, with the average lifespan of these bridges being 28.9 years. As per the Unified Standard for Reliability Design of Building Structures issued by the Chinese Ministry of Construction, the lifespan of bridges should be 100 to 120 years. This indicates that the average lifespan of these bridges is less than a third of the standard requirement. Ms. Chin concluded that the main reasons for flood destruction of bridges are threefold. 1. Underestimation of expected floods, resulting in low design standards, particularly in foundations, with most bridges using enlarged foundations and insufficient foundation depth. Floods wash away the soil around the piers, exposing the foundation to water and reducing its load-bearing capacity. 2. Debris mixed with floodwater caused blockages and collisions, leading to the displacement and complete detachment of the bridge beams. 3. The maintenance and reinforcement of old bridges were not carried out in a timely manner. She did not elaborate on the underlying reasons for these factors, so several questions arise. Why was the estimation of the expected floods insufficient? Don't all regions have rainfall and river flow data? Did the designers consider the impact of reservoir flood discharges? Was there any skimping on materials or depth in the foundation construction? Was the foundation of the bridge pier reinforced after the surrounding rock and soil were washed away? Who is responsible for maintenance and reinforcement of old bridges? According to statistics from the International Finance News, a state media outlet, from 2007 to August 2012, there were 37 bridge collapses nationwide in 5 years, including 13 accidents involving bridges under construction, resulting in 182 deaths and 177 injuries, averaging 7.4 deadly bridges per year. From 2011 to August 2012, in just a year and a half, China experienced 19 bridge collapses, but only 2 incidents met with any accountability. A notable case was a collapse of the Harbin Yangmintan Bridge. Around 5:30 a.m. on August 24, 2012, a separate ramp of the Harbin Yangmintan Bridge fractured, collapsing a beam approximately 130 meters long. This caused 4 large trucks to fall off the bridge, with parts of the overturned trucks' cabs completely flattened, resulting in 3 deaths and 5 injuries. The collapsed bridge was filled with debris like pebbles, sticks, and woven bags. The rebar, laid inside the box girder, was not tied as required. The public widely questioned the bridge as a shoddy construction project. However, the Accident Investigation Expert Group and the China Construction Engineering Quality Supervision and Inspection Center concluded that the accident was caused by severe vehicle overloading, leading to the ramp's overturn and subsequent casualties and injuries. It is important to note that most truck drivers in China running transportation businesses are individual entrepreneurs. The construction company responsible for the collapsed bridge was Fujian Provincial Transportation Construction Group Engineering Company Limited. When a reporter approached a company leader for comments, the leader casually exhaled a puff of smoke and remarked, "We're just here to make tea." An anonymous bridge design expert believed that the main cause of the bridge collapse was a quality issue. Design Institute's blueprints are based on national standards with added safety factors. Although many elevated bridges have weight limits, the Design Institutes consider heavily loaded vehicles in their designs. According to on-site analysis, an overloaded vehicle would at most cause settlement, not lateral sliding, indicating inadequate workmanship in connections by the construction company. The inclusion of materials like woven bags and pebbles is undoubtedly not allowed, and the supervising party, along with other departments and units, bears responsibility. Zhang Malin, an attorney at Jiangsu Zhibang law firm, believes that the fundamental cause of bridge collapses lies in their quality issues. Blaming the problem on vehicle overloading is seen as the government's attempt to shirk responsibility and is considered an irresponsible approach. Zhang points out that the Harbin government appears to be downplaying the incident. Their use of jargon is seen as an attempt to cover up the truth, leading to speculation about potential conflicts of interest behind the scenes. As of July 28 this year, China had over 1 million highway bridges. Official state media Xinhua News reported in September 2016 that China had nearly 800,000 highway bridges, leading the world in both number and scale, with 100,000 of these bridges classified as dangerous. In China, highway bridge collapses are frequent, and railway bridges are not much better. China has rapidly expanded its railway infrastructure in a Great Leap Forward style model, with the number of railway bridges reaching 92,000 and a total length of 31,000 kilometers. On the morning of July 4, 2023, part of the Sima River Railway Bridge, located between the Yubei Mountain Station and Luotian Station on the Wanliang Railway, collapsed. The bridge, measuring a total length of 375.5 meters, with a main pier height of 105 meters and an overall height of 113 meters, was composed of a main bridge section with 3 continuous spans and a 4-span simple support precast T-beam approach bridge. The accident report noted clear signs of a landslide in part of the mountain. It is speculated that the landslide pushed over the number 4 to number 7 bridge piers, causing the complete collapse of the approach bridge section. The site after the collapse showed scattered debris of beams and bridge pier remains, with the railway track suspended in midair. The main bridge's 3 continuous spans did not collapse, with the end span hanging in the air. As usual, the report attributed the cause to nature, stated that continuous rainfall leading to landslides was likely the main reason. According to relevant technical standards, bridge locations and railway routes should avoid large-scale, complex, unstable, and difficult-to-treat landslide areas. When the scale of the landslide is small and the treatment plan is technically feasible and economically reasonable, the route should pass through the safe part of the landslide. When passing through landslide areas, excavation at the base of the slope should be avoided, and the route should not pass over the landslide body in a fill form. The specific selection should be determined after a comprehensive analysis and comparison based on actual geological conditions. However, in China, things often appear reasonable on the surface but are the opposite in practice. On November 1, 2020, a bridge on the Binghai New Area Port Railway in Tianjin suddenly collapsed, causing 14 workers and the collapsed beam to fall into the river below. The accident resulted in 8 deaths, 6 injuries, and a direct economic loss of 4.8 million yuan. Attorney Zhang Malin believes that the light accountability encourages problems like engineering corruption, potentially leading to more fatal bridge incidents in the future. Current affairs commentator Henry Lee argues that bridge quality involves the safety of the general public. To fundamentally solve China's bridge collapse accidents, enhanced social supervision is needed in project design, bidding, construction, and supervision to eliminate engineering corruption. Under the Chinese Communist Party's rule, those benefiting from projects are officials from various levels of government and state-owned enterprises, as well as so-called experts used to deceive the public. They hold all political power, while ordinary citizens lack even basic freedom of speech, let alone the ability to effectively monitor. To eradicate the rampant problem of substandard construction projects in China, a fundamental change in the social structure is necessary.